Apple today has announced plans to hold a special event on Tuesday, September 12th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, and the invites have already been sent out to the media. Like last year, the event will take place at the Steve Jobs Theater on the Apple Park campus in Cupertino, California. Now, the event is expected to be pre-recorded again, but as I mentioned before, invites did go out to media members, and so there will be people there watching the presentation in person, and if there's anything to go hands-on with, which I'm expecting there to be new devices, and then the media members will go and go hands-on with those devices. Now, if you want to speculate on the invite, now is your chance. I'm not going to give anyone anything. I'm not going to even talk about the invite. I will talk about it in the comments section, which is where I want you guys to go down and let me know what you think the invite means. We go wild sometimes. We read way too far into what the invite means and the colors and the design and everything, and oftentimes it doesn't really mean anything. But leave your best guesses in the comments down below. Let's have a conversation about it. The event in September is always an iPhone-centric event, and for the last 9 years or so, we've had a new Apple Watch to go alongside them. So here's a brief rundown of what we can expect to see at Apple's fall iPhone event. We're obviously expecting 4 new iPhone models this year, and they're all the same sizes as last year. So there's 2 standard models, one 6.1 inch and one 6.7 inch larger device. And that 6.7 inch standard iPhone is the iPhone 15 Plus, unless Apple decides to rename them. The Pro models will also have the same size, the 6.1 inch Pro and a 6.7 inch Pro Max, though there has been a lot of discussion on the Pro Max actually being named something else, and it might shift over to the Ultra name, but I'm still thinking it's going to be Pro Max, but I'd love to hear your final guess as well down in those comments. All of the models are expected to now feature the Dynamic Island, which was introduced last year, an updated 5G chip from Qualcomm, and most notably, a switch from Lightning to now a new USB-C port. The iPhone 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max will see additional features and updates that will not be available for the standard iPhone 15 models. We are expecting a minor redesign, and slimmer bezels are expected to happen on the front, and then some slight changes to the curves of the corners and the way it feels in the hand. Plus, the iPhone 15 Pro models are expected to go to titanium from the stainless steel that we've had in the past. We're also expecting the A17 to be Apple's first 3nm chip, and that's going to be in the Pro models, and also rumors suggest that it will have an action button instead of the switch that we have for muting the phone. And so with that action button, obviously you can customize it and change it to be whatever you want, as well as just kind of act as a mute switch. But I'm expecting a few more abilities than what we got on the Apple Watch Ultra. So we should be able to launch the camera app, toggle on the flashlight, access specific accessibility functions, launching into shortcuts, and so much more. While the Pro models will both get camera upgrades, the iPhone 15 Pro Max is expected to gain a periscope zoom lens that will allow for up to 6x optical zoom, or at least 5 to 6x, somewhere around there, which is better than what we have now, because that's currently at 3x. With all of these new features expected to make their way over to the Pro models, we're also expecting a slight price increase. So the iPhone 15 Pro may now start at $10.99 instead of $9.99, and the 15 Pro Max could be priced at $11.99, which, you guessed it, started at $10.99 beforehand. But good news is if you're looking at a standard 15 or 15 Plus, those prices are not expected to change. The Apple Watch Series 9 and Apple Watch Ultra again should make an appearance, but these updates have the potential to be minor in nature. Unless, of course, you consider the switch to a more powerful S-Series chip, which should pave the way for some advancements in the future models, as well as just making the watch more powerful and faster. And it's something that hasn't really been upgraded that substantial in a long time. And so technically, for us nerds out there, that is a pretty big upgrade, but I feel like for average consumers, like if I told my parents, hey, you should get this new watch because there's a new S-Series chip in there and it's just so much more power, they just wouldn't care. They want to know, what can we physically see? What new feature is like the sexy new feature out there? And I just don't think we're going to get something like that, but there could be a new pink color option for the Series 9 and then a darker color option for the Apple Watch Ultra alongside other minor improvements. So those are the things that we are definitely expecting, but we're also expecting to hear release dates for the new operating systems that were announced at WWDC. There could be a new thing here or there, perhaps a upgraded iPad mini maybe, but I just don't know for sure. There's always something that kind of falls through the cracks and gets announced. It's usually a a little bit minor in nature. There could be a new Mac, but I think we're expecting the iPads, certainly substantial iPad upgrades, to come next year. But there have been rumors circulating around a smaller upgrade to the iPad mini, just to kind of bring it in line hardware-wise, to what we have now with the other iPads. But Apple does plan to stream the fall event live on its website, on YouTube, through the Apple TV app. For those who are not able to watch, Mac Rumors always has you covered. You can go to macrumors.com. You can follow the Mac Rumors Live Twitter account, and you can always just stay locked in right here on this YouTube channel, where I will definitely have coverage whenever the new devices get into my hands. I will go hands-on with them and all of that. And we'll also have brand new episodes of the Mac Rumors Show going over everything as well. So be sure to subscribe and follow along to all of that so you don't miss coverage on Apple's latest device announcements. This has been Dan with Mac Rumors. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you around in the next video.